Don't you absolutely hate when you know it is not a good trading day and then you trade anyways, and then what happens? You lose. So it's exactly what happened today. Very, very, very frustrating loss. Even though it's still on paper, I was so upset with myself after this trade stopped out because of everything that I mentioned in my plan, all pointing to, bro, this isn't right. This is not what you should be doing. But then still doing it anyways, okay? The idea just did not make sense at all. The issue was I was trying to play within the recent identity that I've been framing for myself, which is following the trend, which is what I attempted to do, but that was obviously not the real move of the day. And it's frustrating because I read this move, come to the market, I look at it, kind of instantly, almost right away, I look at the market and I think of the potential for a rebalance play today, which is what we got. But I've been studying my data and I've noticed on the days where I tend to arrive at a bias very, very fast, those are typically the days where I marry a bias and I get stuck up on that idea, and I never consider the other side of the market, which leads to what? Losing trading day, losing bias. So I fight that and I try to see the other side of the market, and this is what happened as a result. So let's get right into it. Today's August 14th, 2026. This is the daily log here, and let's look at my analysis. So I was so frustrated with everything that happened today that I went and just did a full review on exactly what I thought, why that was incorrect, and like where I went wrong with my plan today. So you can see right here from the daily, I don't want to be bearish. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that I don't want to be bearish? For me, there was, thinking in hindsight, there was really no reason, no data to support as to why I would say this in the first place, other than the fact that I'm trying to fit within the new identity that I've set for myself, following the trend, and just simply stating I don't want to be bearish. So I speculate this weekly range will likely to close somewhere near its high from this daily candle. It will either be, there's two possible ways I'm thinking this daily range is going to play out. Number one, we're going to have a second large up close candle. Or number two, we're going to have a smaller range candle and build a new bullish fair value gap, which would lead to a rebalance play, which in parentheses you can see I'm not interested in playing, which I'm not really sure why. So I need to see which idea the lower time frame supports. And the lower time frame did not support the idea of continuation for many, many reasons that I'm going to explain. Then on the 4 hour, I state how price is continuing to press higher into the open is not ideal. It's more ideal for a rebalance idea. So you can see in the in the comment, I say in all caps, how the fuck do I say this and still look for continuation, right? So it's just the discrepancy in my idea is, okay, everything is telling me that we're gonna have a rebalance today, but I'm not gonna play a rebalance. Like, what sense does that make? So there's more idea for rebalance idea. We also did not deliver the new 4 hour bullish fair value gap laid over external high and pushed away from it. Not ideal. So since we keep pressing higher, my idea is to wait for 10 o'clock, let it form a new 4 hour fair value gap inside of what would act as a bullish order block if we are not to offer the lower 4 hour bullish fair value gap. Let it drop into it, which would clear relative equal highs in a lower time frame. Like, what even is this idea? There's just too many things. It's too far forward looking, and it's not based on, okay, what is the information the market is giving me right now, right here in this moment? It's, oh, at this point in time, this is going to form, and then it's going to drop into it, and then do this and do that. When right here, right in front of my face, the market is telling me rebalance is likely to play out. And then from here on out, within the rest of these fields, I'm basically just forcing the trade idea, just forcing the idea that the market's going to continue higher. So I say price has already left the 1 hour bullish fair value gap, laid over the external high, so it's most ideal if it doesn't come back. I see the relative equal lows created, paired with small inefficiency below it. This is kind of redundant, kind of useless. I'll walk you through the annotations and we'll talk about what I was thinking going to the open. So, I mean, just really an idea that did not make sense. I forced my model, or what I've been trying to follow for the most part recently, onto price today. And I see the rebalance idea, it's there, it's in front of my face, it's what the market's telling me it's gonna do, and then I don't do that. It just doesn't make sense. So on the daily time frame, two ways this daily range is gonna play out. One, another up close day, so we'll just continue to press higher after the market has left the range that we saw yesterday. In that case, again, like I said, I need to see some support from the lower time frame. That suggested idea, didn't get it. And number two, we're going to have a smaller range today. We're going to rebalance to settle on the week, which is what we actually ended up doing. Let's go to what we actually ended up doing today, right? So we actually ended up getting that rebalance. We have a smaller range today. We do not see continuation. Lower time frame told me rebalance was the play today. So now moving on to 4 hour. So my hope is the price will leave separation, create a new 4-hour bullish for value gap to drop into and continue higher. Again, too far forward looking, does not make sense. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. This is the fucking dead giveaway for why I went wrong today. I simply traded in the wrong direction, but I saw the idea and just opted not to play it. So how price is not tapped to the new 4-hour bullish value gap and continued to extend above previous daily high is not ideal. Typically leads to a previous day high reversal / rebalance. What do you know? That's what it led to. Oh my God, wow. So let's see. We've dropped overnight and clearly about to do a sell model, so either we internally rebalance or do the whole thing. Again, still stating reasons for the market to just clear all of this out. So if it does that, it completes the internal rebalance, clears out relative lows in lower time frame, drops into 1-hour bullish for value gap. The bullish for value gap that we see here, that I noted, that I've used as my area of fair value, is minuscule. It's insignificant, which is why it doesn't hold up. And if you look below that, everything that I say, literally every single trading video or every single video that I put on this channel, and how I look at the market, how I read price, there's no valid internal market structure. Nothing. So you don't see anything within this impulse swing from this swing low to this swing high that the market should drop into and then continue trading higher. Something that it would drop into and continue trading higher would be something that looks like this. Very, very obvious, very present, huge, obvious, and that's time frame confluence. We don't get that here. Therefore, the market just slides right on past it. That entire impulse swing is just completely obliterated. Just completely obliterated. This is how we set up low resistance runs. So there's nothing within this price leg that's going to stop price from taking out these relative equal lows here. So what happens? It takes out those relative equal lows. And this is basically how I arrive at trade ideas in its entirety. So I'm just not really adhering to the logic that I use to arrive at trade ideas. So on the 15-minute accumulation spot on the highs going to 930, it means we're going to initiate a lower time frame market maker sell model. So I'm literally stating right here, this is going to start a sell model, but I want to wait for the market to complete sell model with my area of interest here, which is also invalid. Look at the 15-minute, shows the same thing as hourly. There's nothing here that's going to stop price from taking out these relative equal lows, is there? No, not really. So I'm waiting for its completion, then looking to be a buyer. 5-minute, stating that I want to engage here. And then look at what we did pre-market going to the open. So I noticed this. I noticed this going into the open, and this also supports the idea of lower prices. Look what we did here. So this is the initial run up on previous daily high. We failed initially, right? We failed initially. Look at this reversal. This is pretty aggressive price action, indicating we have had a stop hunt occurring above previous daily high. Market drops down, but it does not take this low. It does not take this low. So it creates more sell side down here. We turn back inside the range to do one more purge of liquidity. So this is very ideal. Very ideal case scenario for a reversal. Because like this is the initial drop. It's kind of like the bait, right? The trap. The fake move before the real move. And then they stop out traders who got short within this move one more time. And then we get the real move. And then you see the dump here. This is my intraday annotation. Intraday, I'm even stating this is not bullish at all. Leads me to believe my internal idea is 100% failing. I really lacked confidence in the idea all around because I read the rebalance play potential but opted not to play it because I'm not comfortable in doing so. The internal idea did not make sense. It really did not make sense at all. And for the most part, I just forced my model upon price. This also does not make sense to me. So what is the draw on liquidity? What is the market going to reach for? Currently, there is no reason for price to trade higher. The highs have been accumulated. This idea just assumes higher prices overall. So if there's no reason for the market to trade higher, the work is done above, the damage is done above. We see a stop hunt above market price, but there's reasons for it to trade lower. Which direction is it going to move in? It's going to move lower. Simple as that. So again, here you can see in my comment, I am pretty frustrated with the decision that I made this trading day. So that is why this day is extremely frustrating for me. It's because like you see the market, you have a read on it, you know what it's likely to do, and then you just choose to do the opposite. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. And that's why this loss was so frustrating for me. So stopping out was extremely frustrating for two reasons. First, I knew the rebalance play was there. I knew this was not a good trading day. I knew my plan did not make any sense. I knew the level I framed did not make any sense, yet I continued to trade anyways. Second, the condition, a pattern from a long time ago, is still there. Slow grind to stop out. So another thing that makes the loss even more painful is the fact that the market just kind of hung around for a bit, right? Looked like it could rally and then just slowly faded lower and died. So if you're trading today, the condition was just really, really, really slow and really, really high resistance, just a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. And this kind of delivery is just really painful to sit through, especially when you're in an open position. It took so long for the market to finally just roll over and stop me out. So let's look at the actual executions themselves, and then I'll walk you through, what I was seeing that actually made me put risk on and confirm this trade idea. So here's that hourly gap that I stated here, right? Again, minuscule, not really of significance. This black line annotated here is the high of this 4-hourly range. So I was looking for the potential for an immediate rebalance to also support the idea if we found discount sensitivity there, a reaction off of that. So what I'm noting on the 1 minute time frame, and note the time of this execution as well. It's 9:42. And if we look at my intraday timeline, at 9:36, I'm basically invalidating the idea. At 9:36, I'm stating it's not bullish at all. At 9:42, I'm executing on the idea. So this is what I saw. Market drops down. I note the bodies still respect that hourly bullish for value gap, and then we start to see displacement out of it. This creates 5-minute close here that we have. This is the level that I had in mind, right? This strong my 5-minute close that we see here, and I'm like, okay, that might actually indicate that my idea is still going to play out. Let me see if we can run right through this bullish for value gap or this bearish for value gap on the 5-minute. So I annotate it, mark it out, drop down to the 1 minute. Whoops, wrong market. There we go. And initially we see a rejection of it, so I'm thinking, okay, this is going to send price lower, potentially make a lower low, and then we might see the bullish reversal. The falling candle opens, trades. I think it's better if I just show recording. Let me pull up recording. See if I can find this real quick. From today, the 14th. All right, this is it. Let's see, this is at 9:40, what, 9:42, something like that. So initially that candle paints down, but then watch how the following candle paints, and this is how I confirm the trade itself. So we painted down, kind of rebalancing this little move that we've had here, and then pops up with displacement, and that really, really piques my interest. So I'm thinking, okay, this low might stay intact. Right, we start trading up with displacement. Thinking about it, cursor over the buy button. And as I wait, this fair value gap has not been inversed yet. The 5-minute bearish fair value gap, it's in the orange lines annotated there, has not been inversed yet. But at this point in time, I like the idea. I like the idea. So then I go ahead and enter at the market as the falling candle is trading up, and that's the execution. So never made a new high day, rolled over, failed from there. So what is the issue? Why is this a losing day for me? It's because I got the bias incorrect. I traded in the wrong direction. Why did I trade in the wrong direction? Again, noting the possibility for a rebalance to play out, but then doing the opposite. So even in my validation part of my pre-market process, is this a valid trading idea? And here's what I say. What is concerning to me is how price avoided the 4-hour BIST and kept pressing into previous daily high, leaving low resistance sell side, which typically leaves to previous day high reversal. Stupid. I really don't like this day at all. How it's setting up is shit to me, and I'm confused on if I should be a buyer below relative equal lows or wait for full sell model completion. It's also consumer shit to mid-Friday. So the read was there. It was good. It was a good quality rebalance setup. Folded it, missed it. How? Let's think. Actually, I have the answers here. So why did I not choose to play rebalance? Well, I came to price and instantly thought to play rebalance because of how price did not tap the 4-hour bullish value gap, continued to extend upon previous day high, creating low resistance sell side. So let me show you my pre-market annotation, right? We left this range. We have left this range decisively. We have laid a fair value gap over the external high. But look how the market avoids the new discount array. What does it do instead? Instead, it keeps pressing up. Keeps pressing up into a premium. Note what it's leaving behind. This candle did not take the previous 4-hour low. This candle also did not take the previous 4-hour low. And we have this low here that marks the high of this bullish reverse gap that is completely avoided. It keeps pressing into a premium. We're disregarding sell side and disregarding any area of discount. So the market has reached into an overextended condition, therefore making it rebalance eligible, valid for a rebalance. Then on the hourly, that idea is also supported because if you look within the most recent bullish impulse swing from this low to this high, is there a continuation idea that I can frame within that price leg? There's not. On the 15-minute, does it also show the same information? It does. We have relative equal lows below that were formed because this 4-hour range does not take this 4-hour range as low. We keep trading higher. We see accumulation in the highs. We have already broken previous daily high once and failed. Now you can see on these two 50-minute ranges, we built relative equal highs, pierced them, and failed again. There's no reason to trade back there. The work is already done. And then what happens? The market fails, rolls over. So the read was there. I had it. Why did I not play it? I know from studying my past performance, typically when I arrive at a bias that fast, it's wrong. That's kind of what I was thinking going today. I was like, you know, I see it really, really fast, but I don't want to make the mistake of marrying a bias. I have to allow myself to see the other side of the market. So I just told myself I'm not comfortable with the idea. So another reason is I'm trying to get aligned with what my main setup is trying to do, which is follow the trend. So if I'm a trend follower, rebalance is not what I do, so I should have done nothing. It's basically the bottom of the lens today. The good thing is this is paper trading, and I'm not going to be putting risk on until next week. So I finally started carving out a process for how I'm going to review every single audit that I've completed. So if you look at the daily logs, right, you can see that I've gone through and I've audited every single pre-market plan that I've created for every single trading day that I've had on the live account. All the comments that you see here are just, you know, what I've left behind, the notes that I've left on every single trading day that I've had. This took me all week. And it's all I've been doing from Monday till now. I finally finished it. So now that I'm finished with this, I had to create a plan for how I'm actually going to audit this data and use it to make me better, which is what I'm building out here with Claude, right? So the first part is going to be defining each setup. I'm just going to continue to define and refine my model. So this will be optimal intraday swing model version 8. I've literally created so many different versions of this model. I've stuck with it so much over time that I only get more and more comfortable with it, and it'll only continue to get more and more refined. I have all the documented versions here, right? It literally started from this is what the entire idea started from. So I used to use the opening range gap and look for either reversal or continuation, right? And this is the information that it just started with. I created this little flow chart, right? Did all this work. Here's the second version. God, it took me like, it's been a long fucking time, a lot of fucking work refining down this model. And I only get better with it over time, and then it only gets better over time. Version 3, version 4, version 5, version 6, 7, and now finally on to version 8. Version 8. So here we are planning out the switch from version 7 to version 8, how I can make it better, studying all past failures, past performance, and then moving forward from there. So that's where I'm at right now. Over the next coming days, I'm just going to continue to plan this out and continue to execute on it. And with that being said, that's what the next few episodes will be about. Me planning this, framing it, executing it, and then we'll see if the performance either gets better or gets worse as a result. But what I'm doing right now is exactly what I did to produce a profitable month in June, where it's basically I went back, found all my patterns and my behavior, everywhere I was going wrong, and then I created a well-defined system that covers every part of my trading model. The model itself, the setups I look for, trade management, risk management, and execution, how I actually get into a trade. And that is what allowed me to have a profitable month in June. So I'm just repeating what I did, what already worked in the past, to get even better from, at the current level that I'm at. And that's it. So I'll be doing that moving forward, day in, day out, working on this. And that's it for this one. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.